All right, YouTube land, Dylan Dearson with the Smart Real Estate Group back at you today. We appreciate the fact that you're tuning in, you're checking things out. As always, subscribe for more info. We're going to keep adding stuff. We've got some really cool things coming. We're going to be sharing some stuff about our office. Check out our Facebook page for the Smart Real Estate Group. And we also have something else coming that we're going to be sharing pretty soon. So we appreciate, we got some sponsors coming. It's going to be pretty cool. That being said, today I come to you with the third video on the Roomba. And if you guys remember the second and first videos, we had some grand plans. I actually thought this might end up being like a 4-part series, something along there. I quickly realized, and you guys know I'm just honest, I'm giving it to people straight, this pissed me off. I was hoping that we'd be talking a lot of great things and how we made it work. I don't have time to play with this, and I don't have time to teach it to learn. I've joined a few Facebook groups over the last month or two. I've paid attention. I've done some more research after getting it. And this needs so much attention. The purpose of me buying it was to save me the cost of $200 a month and another house cleaner, right? I was looking to have something to help us stay up to date on cleaning. My wife works 60 hours a week. I'm right around there. We have 2 dogs. We want the house to be clean. This has cost me more time trying to get it right and fiddling with it than it's worth. So here's a couple of the issues I ran into. One, we did get it to map the first floor, this roughly 900-ish square feet, the first time. We got it to run, did a full thing. I hung out on Saturday morning, had my coffee, had the dogs away. Did a pretty good job. I will give it that. The Roomba cleaned the floors pretty darn well. After that, I set it up on a schedule, said I want Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. I want it to go to town, get everything cleaned. That was where it ended. Honestly, we never got it to do another full mapping. It gets confused, it comes off the dock funny, and then after it comes off the dock funny, I need to reset it. But guess who's not home because I'm in the office at 7:30? Not me. So it just became more of a hassle to manage. So this is a reboxing video. We've gotten used to it. We've tried it. It's just no longer going to work. So some of the things, what else did we run into? I could not get it to learn the second floor after we had set it up, which was really frustrating and confusing to me because that was one of the reasons we got it. We wanted to do the second floor and have it looking good. What were some of the other issues we got into? It did need to be so far away from specific things, meaning that it would not be like, it had to be so far from a door, it had to be so far from a wall. We got that squared away, and then still we're not doing well. And I'm probably going to rebox this off camera because it is actually quite intensive, but we're at least getting the point. I think this is a great option for a lot of different people, so long as you have time to make it work. I do not. It was meant to save me time, meant to save us money. And in reality, it was more frustrating to the point where my wife just said, get rid of it and return it. We'll get the housekeeper in another time or two a week to keep the rest of the house clean and keep up on it. So that's where we're at. I suggest doing your research. This is obviously the 8i Plus. It did connect to the Bluetooth. It did connect to our Wi-Fi. All that worked. Got to name it, which is cool. I think a lot of people like that. I recommend continuing the research and joining the Facebook groups as you think about getting a Roomba. Do I see it working for the right person? Ultimately, yes. The person that has the time to get it mapped and all that. But the other thing I'll caution that with is a lot of people on the groups I'm in, they'll have it working right for a month or two, and then it will get suddenly confused, and then you'll have to kind of start all over again, reset the whole thing, remap the floor. So it's kind of like me. My wife asks me every year when we do leaves, she says, why don't you use the leaf blower for the whole yard? Well, if I use the leaf blower for the whole yard, it takes me longer than just raking it and then blowing the rest that needs to be done. It's that kind of thing. It could be useful, it could make things easier, but ultimately we're going to end up sweeping everything anyway. And figuring it out is just not going to work. So that is my honest, just to the gut review of the Roomba 8i Plus. Very cool in concept, unfortunately very poorly working and running. So I'm going to be returning it back to Costco. That being said, thanks for tuning in. Keep an eye out, subscribe, like our page, and reach out for any real estate questions, or if you have things you think you'd like to hear. Thanks.